Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 60 yards.
It was a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
On play action, Allen steps away. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 8. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing now is Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and a couple. Allen, that's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Exit.
Now Allen. Throw left side complete. That's man.
And the Bills are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
51, Mike 51.
To the air, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins from the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Herbert now. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line.
A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And
now Sean McDermott going to throw out the challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Herbert back to the air. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. 7-7, our score after 1. From just shy of midfield, Allen eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. From the 36, Allen flush to his right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Lions have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no Allen to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
Quick slant finding Claypool.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now the ball comes loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing... fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On play action, Allen. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will take over.
Jameson Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him. They haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch.
This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and the finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course,
and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Alec Pierce, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen. Fighting Knox there, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Jeremy Chinn there defensively.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
From just shy of midfield,
Allen able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
here's Allen on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left.
Claypool with another catch. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 2nd and 4.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Allen to throw once more. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Chase Young
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. Under pressure, they got him again. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
A final shot before the break for Herbert.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there as time expires in the first half.
And the Lions will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Josh Allen, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 49 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32.
Pretty sensational one-handed catch, and for a tight end, he's got really good hands.
One of the things that we've seen continue to develop is how hard guys work on making one-handed catches. Because back in the day, generation before, you never even practiced it because that was kind of being a hot dog, right? Nowadays, it's another way to make a play.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Now Allen again. Touchdown Bills. Stephon Diggs with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Jameson Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic, he can do so many things, but take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player, and he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things, and he incorporated that into his route running.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bills ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Allen.
Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Allen. Complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. Now Herbert following the turnover. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one. Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago. That one covers 29 yards, first down. There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. And the Bills getting set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Allen now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
The Bills on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Allen now looks to throw. It's complete to Diggs.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Allen, and Diggs has it.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
Touchdown! Dawson Knox, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On first down, it's Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now it's Herbert. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Allen throwing to start the drive. It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Stay with your man.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
And again, it's Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Allen, got to have this one.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. To the air, Allen.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. And Charles, his name etched in the NFL record books. Just the 2nd field goal ever made from 66 yards as he ties Justin Tucker's NFL record.
And everything had to go right for that field goal to be converted. The snap, the hold, the protection, all had to be perfect. No wind working against you, and he nails that one. Congratulations on an incredible kick.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.